And we can now go live to Das Beck's Barrel, where our correspondent Sandy Simpson is talking to German Beershot manager Blair McTague. Well, Blair, fantastic victory for you today. I'm sure you're delighted with that. How do you feel the team performed? I mean, they didn't seem to have an easy task out there today.
No, definitely not. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody remembers the last time we came up against Odense Ball Club. We got throttled 4-0. So one of the boys there.
They seem to be quite happy with that.
Yeah. So we knew we weren't in for an easy task, and credit to the Odense Ball Club. They came out in the first half and gave us a real torrid time at it. I felt we were a fitter team and managed to go on and get the victory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they seemed to be playing the possession game today, but obviously because they had a little bit more possession than you did, it just shows that your team seemed to take more chances. You got a wee goal there for Luis Fabiano. He's creeping up the score sheet there. Do you think he's got a good shout for team of the season at the end of the year?
Right now, myself, Lewis, David, any of the guys that scoring goals do not care about that. We're focused on winning the league and winning the Champions League. Whatever happens, and hopefully that we win the league and the Champions League. And
do you have a preference?
Yes, both.
Would you take one over the other though? If you could get one tomorrow, what would you take?
Well, I mean, there's only one game left in the league and one game in the European Cup, so there's no preference at all. I'm solely focused on getting both of them.
Fair enough. Like to keep all that to yourself. I'll take it. But do you think that's had a toll on your players? Obviously, still having that game in Europe left hanging over their heads with so much at stake in the season. Obviously, you've only got that 1 point cushion over Olympic Diving Dave with one game to play. I mean, it must be a lot of pressure they're under. How do you think they're all coping with that?
No, the boys they are under a bit of pressure. It's but as I've said before in interviews. We're in a great position, whereas we do have that 1 point cushion, and it's us that decide our own fate. So the boys have done again a great job today. Even we had the game on. We've got to look at see what all they're doing as well as concentrating on our own football, because let's face it, it is us or them at the end of the day. So we knew, and okay, I did a wee bit of pressure at the boys, but at the same time, at least they knew what they had to do. So yeah, I mean they're coping pretty well with it. European Cup, I don't think it's so much pressure. There possibly was coming into, like, say, the semi-final, but the fact is that it's going to be after the league's decided, so all focus is off that at the moment. We know Aluminium have got a hard run in the last game as well against Odd, and as we do against Mould, quite nice the way the fixtures have worked out, the top four playing each other.
It should be a big week next week. How do you fancy your chances coming into that last match? I mean, obviously Mould are the surprise package this year. I mean, they've been superb defensively. They've been beating all the big teams, looking to secure their third place position, because there is still a chance that things might not go their way. But so they're going to have everything to prove against you. How are you going to approach that game?
Just approach it like we do every game. I feel very confident with our chances. We struggled against them the first game of the season. The first time we played them this season. As you know, we're a club that don't fail to score goals in games, but against them we did, so we're going to have to assess what we did in the last match and see if we can break down the defence a bit better. But yeah, the guys are confident, and again, with knowing a win guarantees the title, then there's what extra motivation can you want?
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks very much for talking to us today, Blair, and good luck with next week.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Cheers.